So it is very exciting for me as somebody who spent all my career as a radio host to talk to this guy. This face is better suited for radio, but they let me on TV once a week. But I want to introduce from the band, the Ides of March, Jim Peterik. Jim, it's really so exciting to talk to you.
Hey, Dave. Thanks for having me on. And you look fine. You look way better than I do.
Thank you. That is not true. I mean, look at the amount of rock and roll, just coolness that you are just got going on. I mean, you look cool on Zoom. You're the only person I've ever seen that look cool on Zoom. And we're also going to be chatting with Ashley Magnus, who is the executive director of the Acorn Theater as well, a little bit later on to talk about this show that's coming up and other shows before Christmas. But Jim, Ides of March, the band, you guys, the same original members, have been around since 1964. I mean, you officially became Ides of March in 66, is that correct?
Yeah, we were the Shondells, and we had to change our name because of Tommy James. Mad,
Okay.
still mad at him. But we found a better name, the Ides of March, and we've been that for almost 62 years.
And it's still the original members all still playing together. How did you guys manage to keep it going so long?
We are friends. We were friends even before we were a band.
Yeah.
I've known Larry, who you met earlier today, since third grade.
Hmm.
Bob Berglund, too, we were in Cub Scouts together. Mike, high school band. It's a family, really.
Yeah. And I know that a lot of people will know the song Vehicle from that band, although you had many other songs. But you also took a hiatus for a time where you started the band Survivor then, which of course everybody knows Eye of the Tiger, right? So what was it like taking that break from Ides of March and going in the Survivor direction?
Yeah, that was really kind of difficult, really. But I felt it was time. And Survivor was a great experience. And it was a whole different uh, kind of arrangement of songs and type of songs. Ides of March were all harmony, and it was just an amazing band. Survivor was a little more hard edged,
Hmm.
and our first singer Dave Bickler had that gritty sound, and of course with him we recorded probably the biggest song of my career, "Eye of the Tiger." That
Yeah.
was all about Dave Bickler's voice driving that, you know. So the transition was hard, but it's one I had to make.
And it almost, I mean, in a way, Eye of the Tiger almost didn't happen because I know that originally in the Rocky movie, it said that they were trying to get another one bites the dust by Queen, who said no to that, and then that's where Eye of the Tiger came in. So, I mean, talk about a moment of absolute fate.
I always thank Queen for that. Thank you, Freddie. Yeah,
Thanks for saying no,
yeah, right.
but what an opportunity. So tell me a little bit about this show that's coming up at the Acorn Theater on December 6th.
Well, we are so looking forward. It's the first of three Christmas shows we're doing, and Acorn happens to be one of our favorite venues to play. It always has been. We must have done shows there for the last 15 years, I want to say. And great acoustics, great staff, great people, great PA. We love the Acorn. We're so excited to bring this Christmas show to the Acorn. It's going to be, well, Christmas is a great time of year, and we love this opportunity to sing some of our favorite Christmas shows, Christmas songs. First set is mostly, well, it's all Christmas oriented, but a lot of it's original Christmas music.
Oh, nice.
Now, like the first song we do, a song I wrote with Larry called "On This Christmas Day," and it's charming and wonderful, and then the meaning of Christmas. And then Larry sings "There Is a Boy," and then Mike Borch, our drummer, gets up in front, and we do "Little Drummer Boy." And Three Kings, the brass section, do Three Kings, and our brass section, amazing, of course. We do Distant Trumpet. Scott performs a poem that he writes every year, and then we go into a song called "Book of Dreams," and then we end with that set with "Sharing Christmas." Set two is mostly rock standard that we helped make famous, but we start with a Christmas song that we wrote called "Not So Silent Night," and it really rocks. Then we transition to Ides of March songs like "Ellie Goodbye," "Flipside," "Rockin' in the Night," "Vehicle," and we always end with the Eye of the Tiger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
of course.
it's a two set show, and each set delivers something different.
I love that it has the mixture of, the Christmas songs and then the rest of the year songs. Well, thank you so much for coming on and continued blessings. And I hope you have a lot of shows in the future and a lot of more fans discovering your music. So thank
All
you.
right, are you ready for this? Dave, 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 Dave.
Oh, I wish I still had a radio show because that would become my new jingle.
Please. All
Thank you
right,
so
that's
much.
great talking to you.
Thank you. Take care. So, Ashley, that's obviously one of the big shows at the Acorn. Can you
Yeah,
tell me a little bit about some of the other Christmas shows that are coming up as well?
absolutely. We have an array of holiday shows. There is something for everybody.
Mhm.
I'm going to rapid fire these at you because there are just so many. Several of
Yeah.
these are free or low cost to attend. Kicking off right after Thanksgiving on November 28th, we've got our Dancing Queen ABBA tribute, which might not sound like a holiday tradition, but it absolutely is. People dress out in their finest sequins and party
Nice.
to all of the hits from ABBA. So that's an annual holiday event for us. November 29th, we have two holiday shows. We've got Sean Masterson's Magic at 2 p.m. That's a family show. Again, a popular holiday tradition at the Acorn. And then that evening is Joel Patterson's Hi-Fi Christmas Guitar. It is an electric guitar Christmas album that is ubiquitous with the holiday season that he will be performing live for everyone. So don't miss that at 8 p.m. November 29th. Friday, December 5th, the Chris White Trio presents a Charlie Brown Christmas. So they play the Charlie Brown Christmas music beginning to end.
Oh,
It's such an
nice.
iconic soundtrack, as you
Hmm.
know. And then, of course, we just heard from Jim Peterik about December 6th with the Ides of March. That is a blast. I mean, do not miss it. I say more. We've heard so much about how fabulous that show is going to be. That Sunday, we have a free show, December 7th at 4 p.m. The Harbor Country Singers, Harbor Country Christmas show will be happening. That is a show in partnership with the School of American Music, and that is free to attend. Thursday, December 11th at 7 p.m., we have a holiday themed open mic night. That's again free to attend and we'll be featuring tons of holiday theme songs by local artists. Some you know, some will be new to you.
And I know that that weekend, then the 12th and 13th, it's kind of like a tribute weekend. You've got some tribute shows going on.
That's right. We've got tributes to Taylor Swift and to the Eagles, which, if you want a little break from some of the holiday themed stuff happening all around you, that's such a great palate cleanser and they'll be incredible favorites. Both of those will be higher energy shows. Heartache Tonight, that Eagles tribute, is an annual favorite, and
Nice.
Fearless, the Taylor Swift tribute, is a new act to us. So we're really
Okay.
excited to check
Interesting.
that out.
Yeah.
Finishing out, I've only got two more holiday themed things to rattle off at you. December 19th at 7 p.m., we have a showing of A Muppet Christmas Carol. That'll
Oh,
be
cool.
that holiday classic.
Yeah.
Favorite movie, arguably one of the best Muppet movies, I think, but we can all argue about that all day. And then Saturday, December 20th is a Celtic Christmas at 8 p.m. featuring Celtic group On the Lash, which will be just a really beautiful evening, high spirited, and a great way to ring in the holiday. We do have a New Year's Eve show as well, December 31st, featuring Secondhand News, which is a Fleetwood Mac tribute
Oh, sweet.
that has been here for years. That's at 10 p.m. That shows another annual celebration, and we do a countdown to midnight together. So, of course, I know I've rattled off a ton of stuff. It's all at acornlive.org. For folks that are just looking for some holiday cheer and some fun live shared experiences in this time.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. Thank you.